Good morning. I just woke up. I only had a roll for breakfast and butter. I didn't want to do anything too crazy. I just wanted something very plain in my stomach. Had some electrolytes, teeny bit of an Celsius just for energy. Drank a whole bunch of water because my legs felt kind of tight. But I am on my way to do my first ocean mile in a couple years. I had chronic eye infections that messed up the corneas of my eye, so I'm using prescription goggles that were only like 20 bucks. So this is gonna be my first time using my prescription goggles in an ocean mile race. If the course is just a straight line, regardless if I lost my goggles or not, or if I forgot my prescription goggles, I would probably be okay. I probably wouldn't finish as fast, so it'd be harder for me to keep on course, but yeah, let's go. So I parked in the middle of town. What they do is when you start at the north end of town, a lot of these races do this, and then the lifeguarding staff picks up your bags. You get reunited with your bags at the end of the race, the mile down the beach, but then you have to walk back to your car. I have stuff to do today. I think you get like a free beach badge for the day. In New Jersey, you have to pay for your beach badges. But I'm not doing that. I have other plans today, so I'm trying to finally find a parking spot in the middle of the town. And I guess I'm about to do a warm-up half mile or mile walk to because I have to walk up. Yeah, so it's probably a little bit less than half a mile up to the sign and check-in area. All right, wish me luck. So I'm back home. I did the whole swim. It was pretty hard. We were with the wind, but against the current. So I thought it'd be okay, but it was pretty choppy. I did it in 26 minutes and 28 seconds, which is pretty slow, but I think it's because of, we were against the current, it was choppy. I'm also just out of shape. But I don't think anyone broke 20 minutes, which means like that was probably more so the conditions. I've done this exact race at this town at Bradley Beach, and I think I did it once in 17 minutes. So it just really comes down to the conditions. But I did come in first place for my age group, which was a huge surprise. I mean, granted, I think there might have been like a handful of girls my age group, but that made me feel really, really good. I got to see a lot of friends I haven't seen in a long time. I even went out on a paddleboard, caught some waves with my friends, and I don't know, it made me really excited to get back into the sport of swimming and open water swimming, and I really want to do triathlons, and yeah, so, but that's my thumb. But yeah, you can follow me on Kimby Hike, and you can follow me on Strava. So let's see what the rest of the summer brings, and probably into the fall too, because I think I'm going to try to do some races in the fall. All right, bye. Good morning, everyone. I am doing the Avon Ocean Mile swim today. In years past, it was a run, swim, run. So I think you would do like a quarter-mile run, quarter-mile swim, quarter-mile run, or half-mile run, something like that. I haven't done the Avon run, swim, run in years. I feel like every single time it was either canceled from the weather, or it kept getting rescheduled, and then it conflicted with like a different ocean mile I was doing or race, or if I was working that day I couldn't get off. So there's a few reasons why I haven't done this race in a long, long time. It looks like this year it's not a run, swim, run, it's just a swim, but it's like a box swim, so that should be interesting. Yeah, I'm very tired. For breakfast I had frozen pizza, or cold pizza. So breakfast of champions. I had a really long day yesterday. I was doing a bunch of hiking and kayaking. I was in the sun. So, but I told myself every ocean mile that there is that I can do, I'm going to do it this summer. And here we go. Wish me luck. So I just completed my race. I warmed up and I felt really good. Like my body felt good, but I just felt like I had no gas. Like I was really, really tired. This Ocean Mile probably had like 100 more people than the Bradley Beach Ocean Mile I did last week. And I definitely saw like lot of like non-local people. A lot of people, I saw like swim caps from like Maryland and New York and Connecticut. I saw a lot of Ironman and Iron Woman and half Ironman and half Iron Woman like baseball caps. So I was like, oh, okay. Got some legitimate competition today. Really did not, like, when I did the race, I was like, okay, I think I'll still place for my age group. But when towards the end, I got so off course on like the last buoy, I was like, there's no way. And there's like people that I saw that I was swimming around. I'm like, ooh, they look like they're about my age, like coming in. And I handed in my slip at the end. And the way that they did this race was like some places do popsicle sticks, some do like timers on your arm, like a little mini clock. This one was just like a piece of paper with a number on it. I have no idea what my time was. So that happened. And I was like kind of mad at myself because I knew I messed up the course a little bit. Like I was doing really well in the beginning, and it was just like that last buoy, I was looking at the wrong thing, which is my fault. I was, you know, in my own little world, I guess. But I was like, oh, maybe I'll just leave. I'm like, no, like, don't be a sore loser, stay for the whole time, like, you know, congratulate everyone. I'm doing this for fun. This is just for me. You know, yes, I want to do well, but I just want to have fun. So my age group was 30 to 39. That was the one I'm in. I'm 31. And I came third overall. And I'm proud of myself. So, I'm on the fence if I'm going to do the Deal Ocean Mile swim tomorrow. The weather's supposed to be kind of wonky, so I don't know what's going to happen. Today, I'm going to try to do some paddling and kayaking too, maybe go for a bike ride. But, yeah, wish me luck on my next adventure. And it's my little third place, you know, kind of proud of myself. I did it. Great. Bye, y'all. Other thing I want to add about this race, Bradley Beach they didn't care if you had a wetsuit on. I really don't know why anyone would wear a wetsuit. I guess it's everyone's personal preference. But because the water was like bathtub warm. But if you were wearing a wetsuit, you could not place. And I'm going to say there's probably about like 200 people who did it. There's always like a handful of people who don't finish. You know, or there's people who hop into the race but don't sign up for it, and they're just purely doing it for the exercise, and that's it. So I came in 74th overall, but there was 155 finishers that counted. So I'm thinking there was about anywhere from 175 to 200. But yeah, I just want to add that little tidbit in. All right, bye. Good morning, good morning. I am back and I'm about to do another open water swim. I think where I last left off, I was doing the Avon swim on Saturday, and then I was going to try to see if I can do the what's it called swim, the Deal swim. That morning there was like a lot of thunderstorms and lightning and thunder, and a lot of times with those races they don't send out an email if it's canceled, and I saw on the forecast there might be thunder and lightning, and I didn't want to pay for a race for them to have it on a rain date on a race I already signed up for. So I was like, I just cut my losses. I actually have no idea if the race went off or not. I tried looking for results online and I couldn't. Since then I did a lifeguard tournament. It was my first lifeguard tournament I've done in years. I did a swim and I also did the victim relay where I would swim out with a torp. I would get the victim and then we would get pulled in by our teammates. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, now I'm on my way to do the Spring Lake Ocean Mile swim. The last time I did this race was probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it was my very first Ocean Mile. I did in like a 5 or probably 3-year lapse. I don't know, because of COVID and just work and injuries and whatnot. And it was the hardest race I ever did. And I just thought it was because I just had gotten over COVID and I was just out of shape. I think I came in like 16th overall, but the local newspaper actually did an article on it basically saying how rough the conditions were. I finished in like 36 minutes, which is crazy, and I still came in 16th overall. I think like 200 people signed up for it. I'm assuming more than half the people did not finish it. I had a friend whose brother who does, I think, triathlons, and he's actually a very good swimmer, but swimming wasn't his original sport. It wasn't his main sport like mine. And I think it took him over an hour to finish. And that was like, just, you know, crazy to think. So, yesterday it stormed, so I have no idea what the conditions are like. But yeah, all right, wish me luck. I'm in line to get myself Dunkin' Donuts. I think last time I did a race, I literally had leftover pizza that was possibly 2 days old. So yeah, I'm trying to actually get some coffee and a bagel in me because I feel like that'd be better carbs. And my heartburn's been like super bad because I've been getting over a sinus infection, so I've been on antibiotics, so I think that's part of it. But yeah, you know, breakfast of champions, right? I'm probably not gonna get a coffee. Smart move would probably be like a green tea or something. So, all right, because I really don't feel good, like here. Yeah, everywhere else is fine. It's not good. So I finished the race. I thought I kind of felt pretty good. I swear every time I feel like really, really good, maybe I just get cocky. I guess I did okay. I actually don't know where I placed. I have to rush. I'm gonna miss the awards part just because I have to do a personal training session. But yeah, it was really nice. I got to see a bunch of my friends I haven't seen in a while. I was a little nervous because I know that there was like a bacteria overgrowth. But it got lifted, I think a couple of days ago. And we were swimming south where they found the bacteria overgrowth in the water. You know, it's a typical thing that happens, especially if there's like a pipe, you know, just runoff from like rain and storms and stuff. I think for the most part, it's pretty harmless. But you know, if you're immunocompromised or something, it's probably not the best idea to swim in there. But yeah, I will get to see the results. I think they were giving awards to top 15 boys and top 15 girls, or men, women. I know I didn't come in top 15 for the girls, at least I don't think I did. But I don't know. I know that there's like age group categories, so maybe I think they have like a top for that. I think from years past though, they did not do it like that. I think they like kind of, you got like recognition for it, but you didn't get like a prize or a medal, which is fine. But yeah, I was gonna do 2 races today. I think that's a little too adventurous for me. I've always wanted to do that. I would do one in the morning and one at night. The other one's down in Barnegat Light, but it's $50, and I don't know. Jersey Shore traffic in the summer is pretty crazy. I think without traffic, it's like an hour and 15 or an hour and 30. So I live on one island and it's another island, and it's kind of like the Outer Banks where, like, you know, except we don't have ferries that go in between the 2 islands, so you have to go out like that. So it's, we'll see. But I think there's a race tomorrow in Brigantine, and I'm like semi thinking about doing that. That one might be fun. So, but stay tuned, and yeah, I'll keep you updated.
Good handoff. Go, Kendall. Go, Emily. Come on, Nicole. Finish strong, Nicole. Third place. Let's go.
So hey y'all, I'm back. Not the video I wanted to make. So I got injured a little bit ago, or a few weeks ago. It's not a break that we can think of. It's, well, let me show you guys. It's me talking about it. It's not gonna make any sense if I don't show you what it is. I am in a boot, and it is no fun. Long story short, we don't know what's exactly wrong with my foot slash ankle slash calf. I went to the ER, I got x-rays done. It did not show a fracture. However, they said maybe an MRI might show some sort of stress fracture. There was some calcification in my foot, which shows that there might be a stress fracture or an old fracture was injured, which makes sense. I had an navicular fracture in my ankle. I'm gonna say when I was like 22 or 23, and I'm 31 now, so it's been a while. I fractured a bunch of my toes at one time when I was like in elementary school. So it's not, and I don't know if like that can, pop up. My toes don't hurt. So anyways, I was put in a splint. Pain got even worse. I went back to the ER again because I was waiting for an orthopedic appointment. Couldn't get into the appointment. So ER was like, oh, and the swelling and the swelling went all the way up to my like knee, and it was really, really painful. I couldn't put any weight on it. So I literally went to back-to-back like ERs. They were concerned that it was a blood clot. They did like a DVT screening, no blood clot. So I didn't really know what it was. Finally, I got into an orthopedic like immediately after that. And I know I probably should have waited just to go to orthopedic, but I was very concerned about how much swelling there was, and that the pain got worse, and no amount of Advil, Tylenol, anything didn't work. Gave me prednisone. That helped tremendously. So I have to go get an MRI. Right now my insurance is being like a little wonky. That's like a whole different story. Don't want to get into it. But yeah, but right now I can't point my toe. The boot I can walk on. I've noticed if I'm on my feet longer than like 30 minutes or so, it starts to bother me. But then if I just sit down for a few minutes, I'm good. Or I take some more Advil. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. It hurts when I point my toe. So swimming has been like, I can modify the swimming. I pull with a pull buoy. I almost just keep my foot in a 90-degree angle. My left foot is fine. But yeah, I just kind of want to finish the summer off strong. And I just kind of can't. This is my first time back in like the gym. I went last week. I did some like arm weights and stuff. Today, I went on the bike, went on like a really low setting. I probably favored my left leg more than my right leg. I needed to get some cardio in because I've been just doing a lot of sitting. It stinks. Kind of driving myself stir crazy. So doing like stretches and stuff in the morning. I've had foot injuries, ankle injuries before. I know how to rehab it. I'm not in PT right now, so. But yeah, it's just a bummer. Hopefully when I figure out the insurance thing and I get an MRI, maybe I'll get some answers. And who knows, by the time I might be approved and I'm able to get it done, I might not even be in pain anymore. So, but I was really, really hoping to do a lot more ocean mile swims. Kind of bummed, but yeah, it's just frustrating. I do a lot of preventative things to make sure I don't get injured, and I eat super duper healthy, and I stretch every morning, I stretch every night, I stretch before I work out, after I work out. I cool down properly, I warm up properly, I have proper running shoes. And stuff can still go wrong, you could do everything right, and that's just what life is, and that's, I guess, what the universe is giving me. So I'm just trying to stay positive. It could be a million times worse. Like, there's so many other things that could have happened, but oh well. All right. who knows? I mean, this might be the end of my summer open water swim series, but if there's another video after this, that means I got a lot better and maybe I was able to squeeze in a race in the fall. So, bye.